Forgive me as we continue trying to battle the shadows here on a nice Vancouver evening. Now, we've made a bunch of videos already with this 2025 NHL Draft Preview magazine, but because I have to return it soon, we've only got enough time for one more topic. And luckily for us, right at the beginning of this magazine, there's a really cool little article that I wanted to dive into that revolves around goalie masks. This, of course, is Ice Hockey POV, a hockey memorabilia showcase show. And as per usual, we have ourselves some pretty interesting memorabilia discussions to go down using some of the contents of this magazine. Of course, this was published last year, so maybe this isn't actually the mask that this goalie uses anymore, but there's still a really cool conversation to have about Dallas Stars goalie Jake Oettinger. The unsung heroes of the NHL are those who work the long, hard hours that keep a big team ticking throughout 82 rigorous games. Rarely do the trainers, equipment managers, and off-ice coaches receive the plaudits they deserve, but the efforts of those working behind the scenes are never lost on the players, and that includes Jake Oettinger. After dedicating a mask last season to the Stars' long-serving and since retired equipment manager Steve Sommer, the Dallas goalie handed in the reins for his latest helmet to the club's equipment staff. While on a road trip in New York, Dallas's Dennis Soetard, Nick Lazor, and Andrew Steghus came up with a Wild West-themed design that reimagines the Stars logo as a sheriff's badge and features cowboys at the card table. And as always, Otter has an otter on his new mask, this time testing his mettle at bull riding. Now, that's a pretty cool write-up, but the mask itself is even cooler. You've got an otter riding a bull. You rarely see stuff like that. He's got a cowboy hat. The bull has an odd amount of detail. I mean, look at the color on his nose, his fur, the big green Dallas Star logo elements in the back. Taking a look at the right side of the goalie mask, you can see the folks at the card table trying to gamble, trying to win. Good old Texas imagery right there. And then on the top, you've got stars with the badge up top. Jake Oettinger has always had some pretty cool mask opportunities. Playing with the Dallas Stars, obviously, that green color palette gives you a lot of room to work with. But thinking about Oettinger as one of the better goalies in the NHL, there's a reason he is consistently finding himself in Vezina territory when it comes to talking about goalies who make an impact. Maybe he hasn't eclipsed the mountain just yet. This season, I'd say he did take a step back with his .899 save percentage and subsequent .893 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But if there's one thing Jake Oettinger knows how to do, it's make these saves in style. I just can't get over that otter riding a bull. What a pretty cool concept over here. But with that said, I'm expecting a pretty big bounce back for Jake Oettinger next season. The Dallas Stars are consistently a powerhouse team. We've been making a few videos about them here and there, talking about the Jason Robertson situation and others. But for now, Jake Oettinger is the main dude in Dallas. He's supposed to be that for the next few years. His contract goes into the 30s, and it's at $8-something million a year. So obviously Oettinger, he's the starter, no question about that. And he's got some pretty cool goalie gear over here, as displayed in last year's 2025 NHL Draft Preview. So with that said, you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about this Oettinger goalie mask? How do you feel about the way his season went? What are your thoughts on the table, the card table, the sheriffs going out there, and the Dallas Stars badge? And I'll catch you in the next one over here on Ice Hockey POV. I gotta return this magazine now. I'll see you soon.